Okay, so this is the opening ceremony, a very exciting opening ceremony of season 2. You can see how excited Fighter is, who's joining us for the first cast of season 2. So welcome everybody, welcome Fighter. If you've been on Discord, you know how hard it was to get this game out of the gate, because like about 4 people had personal emergencies like 1 minute before the game started. So this is why we're a bit late. Apologies for that. And
yeah.
So Fighter, let's just remind everybody. So we had a preseason event, and Dude Mike won that by not dropping a single game. He tied 1 and won 5 games. So you were asking me before this thing started if people are just gonna fear Dude Mike now. So what do you think about it? Like, do you think that Dude Mike is this powerhouse of a player that like has to be feared?
I think what's going to happen is that people, I fully expect Dude Mike to be put up for formal day 1. I fully expect that's going to happen, and Dude Mike will come out and he has this weird stubborn defense going, I'm not that good of a player, I'm not that good of a player, but he is that good of a player. He won the entire thing. He's not a player to be underestimated, and I do not think that he'll be able to get away with it here. I think that people will really suspect him and really push him hard in the early goings here.
And who's the player you fear the most in the entire league currently? Let's get some personal fighter like meta. Who should you who are you afraid, like if you were in a 1v1 nomination as like your VT, you can't claim PR, like who would you fear the most?
A 1v1, the player that you should fear the most is a player like Colin. Colin is very good at being believable regardless of his brand. If you're Mafia and you're going up against Colin, Colin has a fierce dedication to the craft and he knows exactly what he needs to do. But as Mafia, he's even more believable because he can throw in this emotion regardless of either brand, and you kind of fall for Colin in an empathetic manner, even if his push doesn't exactly make the most sense logically, which makes Colin a really big threat. I'm trying to look at who's in this game so I can tell you there are people that you should watch and there are people who are going to be a huge threat for this first game.
Yeah, so the player list is... You have players like Banks, like Dude Mike, you have Kevin in there, you have Peg, who by the way will not be able to speak day 1, so the Mafia actually feared him probably, unless he also naxed himself. I think one player to watch in this particular instance is Naz. Simply because Naz like made playoffs in season 1, but she's never been regarded as like this extremely like potent player. Like I think everybody just lets her slide under the radar to an extent, and I think like she can like abuse that to like sufficient extent to get like a lot of utility of whatever she is. But that said, we're
Naz is one of those good players. I agree.
We are ready to kick off game 1.
I think also in this. Oh yeah, let's kick it off.
Then. Yeah, let's not play the game on stream between the two of us, but let's actually play the game in reality. So we'll see you soon, Fighter. Thank you for joining us.
Take care.
Okay, my friends, it's time to probably wake up.
Okay, let's all probably wake up.
With probability 1, all of you will wake up.
Look at all these probably awake people. It's pretty great.
You're the best.
All right. Welcome to game 1 of the regular season. As usual, no one died during the eclipse. However, this round, Peg may not vote. And I just want to remind everyone that we are trying to low-key enforce these hand signals. So if you want to talk, raise your hand like this. If you want the person currently talking to shut up, you should go like this. You're going to have 6 minutes for the first day. Good luck and have fun.
I nominate Dude Mike.
Thank you for not taking away my voice. Wait, who the fuck?
Actually,
hey, why'd you say that?
I don't know, just for fun.
Wait,
why'd you second it?
I seconded it.
Oh, you
don't have to second.
Oh. Okay, never mind. It's yours and James. That's fine. Yeah. But here's the thing.
I don't think so. No.
Day 1, no vote Peg. Why?
Did we have prisoners?
Number 1.
Yeah, who did that?
Some dumb Mafia, probably.
Bob is the most talented person.
Yeah, because
if you could just say who did that, that'd be amazing.
No, my
It would
question-
be like way.
Guys, don't fall down this rabbit
Yeah,
hole
play.
again.
Who's prisoners?
I'll claim prisoners if I need
Eurist?
to.
Eurist and Blink?
What
Yeah.
is it?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's not.
That's cool.
Okay.
Okay.
Just so-
Blink does not look happy with his
James.
prisoner partner.
What
Wait,
the
is
fuck,
it
man?
Blink
Which one of you is VT?
Blink and James?
No, I'm kidding.
No,
Let's go.
Blink and Eurist.
Okay.
James
That's
has
okay.
already took more
Oh,
today than he did two previous Mafia games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
smart.
Carson looks uncomfortable.
I actually trust that read. I'm always uncomfortable.
That-
It's fine.
I didn't like how
So
Eurus
it's,
said I don't
it was like Banks, Logan.
Nominated.
What was that, Blink? What'd you say, Blink?
I said
Can't
I don't
read
like
Banks
the
on
way
day one though.
Eurus said he
can't.
didn't know why. He's like, I was like, why'd you nominate
can't.
Mike? He's like, I don't know.
So Alloy, am I Mafia or Town?
It's like memes, right?
Well, let's see at the end of the day,
Yeah,
right?
It's a joke, but
It's
it's
a
dumb.
joke. It's a joke. Dude Mike's like the number one.
I
have
think
you not been
Rob's
reading the chat?
Mafia.
Yes.
I'm
I don't think
nominating him.
Rob's Mafia. Why do you think
I think
Rob's
you're wrong.
Mafia? I actually think
think
Rob's playing exactly as this town.
No, I think he's like trying to be too exuberant and excited, and he's not really saying like valuable things. Like he just said like my name and somebody else's name.
Logan.
It didn't mean a whole lot. Yeah,
but
Logan.
that's- Do you
He
play
doesn't
with him?
usually say much.
Yeah, I do, and I think that when I've played with him in here, he's been generally a lot quieter. I haven't actually played with him as Mafia in this setup, but I
Sure.
play with him as Town.
I had the exact
What about a
opposite.
Kevin, Carson, and Rob team?
Thanks. I just don't like that read because he
Are you
hasn't.
serious?
Hey, do you want
No.
line, Kevin?
I have like half of a
I
read
don't
on
know how
Rob,
we
and that's
were
the only read I have.
Like
Naz
Kevin.
is Mafia.
And it's wrong, so it's
Yeah.
okay.
Is Kevin always Mafia?
I'm
Is
just
that-
I'm just baiting reads.
Mafia Blink.
Oh.
Naz, no. Not
We
just
should also,
Blink is
nominate
always
Six.
Mafia.
Normal.
Carson, do you have any thoughts?
Why not Jimbo?
What's going on?
I've played a couple games with Banks, and I do not think this is how he plays usually as Town. I think he's a little.
He has Rusty as Mafia.
Yeah, I don't know.
I won my last game as Mafia, except for the stupid alien.
You lost.
Yeah, that's a
I
loss.
read you as-
We killed everybody that wasn't on our team.
And I know why you're saying that.
Alien's not on
I
your
understand what you're saying. I just don't. I don't know. I think Banks can like play either way though, as either other.
Like I'm
Banks
not
has
sold
a-
on it. Like at the moment, he's my soul.
Banks is worried. I'm calling him Mafia.
Yeah,
day
Banks is
one.
fake claiming a win. He didn't win.
Hey, what's up, Jimbo? What's going on?
I mean,
Hi.
yeah, I wasn't really a
At
fan
first,
of.
I was afraid.
I was
I'm half
petrified.
blind right now.
Okay, the Robin incident.
Yeah, I had to
I
take my
think-
contact out, so.
The Robin incident.
I think Eurus is the person.
Yeah, I splashed spicy ramen in my eye.
Is that
Why?
a beauty
On
contest thing?
accident.
I use contact solution.
Well, I rinsed
works
it
way
out with
better.
water for a while.
Like,
You're gonna get mad at me, James.
I think the accent is
I
weird.
think Eurus. I don't know who asked me who I was voting, but I
I think Jimbo's the axe.
for a moment I thought it was.
I don't hate the Eurus read.
Like,
Hey, Blink, are you playing a game instead of watching
Yours
us?
is prisoner. So if we want to, like, we need to decide on.
You son of a bitch.
oh shit! Sorry, I forgot Eurus
Like,
is
no matter which
prisoner.
one-
I'm not gonna-
Eurus
I'm not
Just
gonna
got
vote-
busted.
I'm not gonna vote for Eurus. I forgot he was
Right.
prisoner.
I don't
But
think
I'm
I'm
going to
here,
nominate Blink.
I'm
I
here.
mean,
I'm here.
Why?
if there's a day to do it, it's to do it day one. But I
You
don't
No,
know.
realize there's a
don't-
mirror
don't
right
go
there
down
that's
this-
showing what you're
Oh.
playing.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
I don't know if it's gonna be
no,
on, so I don't want to put him
That's
up or
the
anything.
TV.
I
That's the
think
TV.
we should lynch Naz, Genbo, or Peg.
I agree with Jimbo. Sorry, Jimbo.
Rob,
Yeah,
you,
that's great.
I think Rob is Mafia then. Rob
Yes, I
always
called
calls
out all the
me
Mafia. Get called Mafia in return.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying you always call me Town if you're Town. So
Rob's a little
It's
talkative than usual.
Yeah,
From what I see.
Rob's drunk.
because I have the information that Peg's vote got axed day one. That's weird. So it's like a
That is a
newbie axe player.
Exactly.
It's Naz.
Yeah.
Naz-
My first thought is that it's Peg because he aliened himself. So I feel like Peg's the kind of person that would do that to himself.
So
He,
No,
I think he muted himself though,
It's a bad
because it stands out.
Why?
But like, no one here's like
It
a
stands
new
out.
player, right? So
It's
I
like
think
drawing attention to him.
we need to not read into the axe thing. 'Cause no one here is new.
No, I think Naz is the axe. I don't think.
Alright.
This is not new.
Would Naz axe a vote? I don't think she would axe a vote.
No.
That's why I think it's Jimbo. Maybe Carson.
Not on day one.
I like
at the end of the day.
best town.
No.
Would Six axe a vote?
Logan looks Town right now. I don't know
Logan
why.
is probably Tom.
I would vote.
Who?
Yeah, I
I
feel like
thought
Logan.
that was like the game over thing. Are we still going?
No.
We have a
There's 3 bells now.
Yeah, I
Ready?
thought the same thing, Banks. I thought the same thing.
There's 3?
But
Yeah,
then
there's
again,
three.
Peg
Yeah,
could have
Peg,
asked to
you're
vote.
Also,
himself.
why is Peg's camera on? I thought the axe, you couldn't have your
His
camera on.
vote, his vote got axed.
Defense.
I want to
Okay,
nominate or vote.
Nazi with defense. I think if Nazi with defense, I would.
Oh, wait, it could be Banks be the
So
axe.
Banks is
Axe
not the
can
axe.
either
Banks is not the
axe
axe. That's
them-
what we got from this.
Be quiet or vote.
It's either or?
What?
Why do people
Yeah.
not just do the vote thing?
Because they still gotta talk and put info.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because like one vote out of it right now, it's not.
I'm now mad at every axe that's been on my Mafia
I'm
team.
going to
It's
nominate
more useful
Banks.
to talk in the beginning of the game than it is to
Right.
I've changed my mind on Logan. I think Logan's.
I think it's blank.
I think you are out of time. Thank you very much. Okay, so welcome back to season 2. Please get your votes into Shakespeare on Discord. You can vote for any person you want. I am expecting 12 votes. Peg, please don't throw off my math. Thank you very much. Alan, how are you doing now?
I'm doing really great. I took a nap in the afternoon and then I went to the gym.
Same, and then I woke up and like 4 people needed subs for the game.
And I had a poke bowl. It was just a great day.
Okay, let's see how many people are voting. I have 4, 8. I have the 12 votes that we have available. Okay. If you are voting at 666, please put your hands up. Well, that was so dramatic for no reason whatsoever. If you're voting for Kevin, hands up. How about James? That is uno on James. How about Blink? How about Alloy? 1. What about Jenbo? That is 2 on Jen. Jen gets nominated.
Alloy.
Okay, let's backtrack a bit. How many on Alloy? Okay, that's 2 on Alloy. How about Jen? That is 1 on Jen, so Alloy is nominated, Jen isn't. We're getting there, so. What about Carson? How about Banks? What about... Oh, that's 2 on Banks? I'm waking up too. What about Jurist? That is 1 on Jurist. What about Peg? 1 on Peg. What about Logan? How about Dude Mike? And going on to Naz. Did I skip over somebody? Or do we just have 2 nominees?
Did you say James?
If you're voting on James, hands up. I did skip over somebody.
No, I don't think you skipped over.
I did, Alien. Let's not embarrass our players. Okay, the nominees are Alloy, Banks, and James. Everybody else turn off your cameras. Meanwhile, I just want to explain for our audience, we are seeing the glorious return of voting for who you think will get executed. And you can earn lies that you can then use to vote for your favorite player. So I'm gonna make the poll live now. You should vote for 0 with Alloy, 1 for Banks, 2 for James. And Aiden, what order will those 2 people speak in? Or 3 people?
The order is Banks first, then James, then Alloy.
Take it away. 1 minute.
So I think it's interesting that Eurus voted for Peg. I've been Mafia with him before, and he's actually voted on the person that like couldn't talk or was axed or whatever that was almost every single time on day 1. Makes me not like him, even though he's a what's it called, a prisoner. The other guy in his group was actually kind of shady too, which sucks because like he's like not paying attention, Link or whatever. I don't really like where we are with our nominees. Like Rob, I pinged out earlier in the day, and as his day progressed, he didn't like shut off what he was doing. He continued to do exactly what he was doing, which makes me think he's actually more likely to be Town than Mafia. I guess I'm voting for James because that's like just my read at the moment. I think that 6 is almost for sure Mafia because nobody put him up or said anything about him except for me. And I feel like if 6 was a townsperson and I was Mafia, like I would push on him, right? So, like, if no one else is pushing on him, it makes me think his team is not wanting to push on him.
10 seconds.
I think 6 is very likely to be Mafia. Obviously, don't vote for me. I'm a town person, and I think it's been pretty obvious. I think Logan's very town. I think Jimbo could definitely be Mafia. I don't know about Naz. Never played with her.
Thank you, Banks. Please turn off your camera. Next up is...
James?
Take it away, James.
What's up, guys? James here. I'm town this game. I think Rob and Banks are the same alignment. I don't know if they're both town or both Mafia, but they're definitely on the same wavelength. I think Naz, Kevin, and Jimbo are scummy. I don't understand why Naz and Kevin put me up. There were a lot of scummy people in day one. I was not one of them. I should not be the kill here. I honestly have no idea who I'm voting here. If I could abstain, I would. I mean, Rob, I hope you give a killer defense or something, because I don't really like lynching Banks day one, because if he's town, he's just so much useful. And you're kind of useful too, Rob, but you know, Banks is Banks.
Thank you. And Rob, 1 minute.
Okay, the axe on Peg is weird. I think Banks is town. I'm town. I think James is likely town. I'm probably voting on James. I think Naz didn't say a word. She's sort of scummy. I think Carson, like Jimbo, are like the people with axe a vote. So that's why I changed off Jimbo to Carson. And I think Jimbo got like 1 vote. It's like stick getting any attention. The prisoners are actually both scummy. I think Blink was more scummy. I think yours is really quiet. I think the observation about him voting on the act person bag is weird. I think Kevin hasn't said much. I don't have a read on him. I think Logan is actually fairly towny. I thought he was sort of scummy at the start of the day. I think he got better as it went on. I think
10 seconds.
I'm not sure who I think the other Mafia is in the like group there. It's like I'm voting James. I'm town. I think Banks is town. I think we're all town, but that's whatever.
Thank you, Rob. Time is up. Please turn off your camera. If you are a player, please get your votes into Shakespeare on Discord. If you are in Twitch chat, I messed up the syntax for how you're supposed to bet. I apologize. You're supposed to type !bet, then 0 for Alloy, 1 for Banks, and 2 for James, followed by how many lies you wish to bet on them. So a sample bet here would be bet 1, 5,000 if you have 5,000 lies. And then you would be betting 5,000 lies that Banks would be executed, or like Alloy would be executed if you type 0 instead of 1, or 2 for James. So we're just gonna give you a second to get it right. One of you already did. And we're just waiting for one more player vote. And we're gonna give the viewers like 5-10 seconds to get their shit together and get a few more bets in. The IDs are 0, 1, or 2. There's no 3. It's computer scientist bullshit.
Yes, we start from 0.
Yeah, like I get why that should be the case, but I never liked it.
The correct way to count.
0. Anyway, we'll get better at this, and I'll get better in reminding what the syntax is. But for now, we're gonna stop the poll, and we're gonna start counting votes. If you are voting at Alloy, please put your hands up. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on Alloy. If you are voting at Banks, please put your hands up. That is 1, 2 on Banks, and if you're voting at James, hands up. That should be the other 5. Amazing. So 5 plus 5 plus 2 is 12. The vote is narrowed down to Alloy and James. Banks is no longer nominated. Please get your votes into Shakespeare between Alloy and James, and as soon as I have all the votes, we will count them. Aylin, are you having like flashbacks?
No, I think this will resolve itself.
Okay, I'm just waiting for one vote.
I have faith in the good people of this town. They don't want to tie on day one. They're here to fight.
Back to back.
They're
Anyway,
here with their fangs bared and the knives out, you know.
Ready to fight. I agree. Let's hope it progresses. If you're voting for Alloy, hands up. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if you're voting for James, hands up.
I take back everything I said.
That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, the vote is still between Alloy and James. We continue to vote only between the two of them. If the vote ties 2 more times in a row, for the second season in a row, we will have tied on day 1 in the first game. Get your votes into Shakespeare on Discord, and as soon as I have all the votes, we can continue with the game. I'm missing no votes. Alrighty, if you are voting at Alloy, hands up. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if you are voting at James, hands up. James, you're messing me up. Please put your hands down. Hands up for James. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Last chance to make a difference. Please get your votes into Shakespeare on Discord, and as soon as you've done so, I will announce what is going on. I am having flashbacks, Aiden.
I'm still optimistic.
No pressure, players. No pressure whatsoever. I think I have all the votes. So let's get this show finally on the road. If you're voting for Alloy, hands up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And if you're voting for James, hands up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Crisis averted, maybe. Alloy dies. Apologies, Alloy. You had to be sacrificed in our bloodlust. Aylin, what was Alloy?
Alloy was not Mafia. Everyone, please go back to sleep. We made it, dude. It's fine.
Heavy sighs of relief.
I never had a moment of doubt, except for that one moment.
Yes. I'll just join Fighter. We won't have a music break, so we'll be back literally right now. Hello, Fighter. We are back here. Okay, so I have the Scum team, even though I don't have the rand. Do you have the Scum team?
I don't have the Scum team, but I really thought we were about to get a tie just then.
Okay, so let me tell you why I have the Scum team now that the players are not listening. Okay, so you might not know this, but Game 1, Season 1, ended, which was, by the way, Naz's first game in the entirety of Liars Club, ended in a day 1 tie after Naz, as the axe, axed a vote. And I am highly suspicious that this is exactly what is going on here. Naz in a poetic bout. You don't think that's the case?
I think you're giving Naz too much love. But then again, I really thought that Dude Mike played the scummiest day 1 and nobody talked about Dude Mike. It was really weird to me. I thought that he was pushing a lot of really strong agendas, and yet nobody was like, "Oh, Dude Mike." And we didn't also see that paranoia that I really thought we'd get. We didn't actually get to see that at all, which makes me think that there's some Mafia who are just trying to slip that under the rug. I thought that was a really interesting group of 3. Did you have that as an all-town group of 3, or did you have that as some group of 3?
I am 100% sure that James is not Mafia, just based on James reads. And I am pretty sure that Banks is Mafia. I'm pretty sure Jurist is Mafia. And I'm pretty sure Naz is Mafia. So that's I rarely ever call out a Scum team of 3. But if you just contrast James, from this game, to Mafia James from previous games, and if you watch those games, in this setup, I'm pretty sure James is town. And just based on the interaction between Banks and how he was gussing on his axe, or not knowing that taking away the vote doesn't take away their camera or something like that. It just seemed like Banks was reacting in a way that I don't know, for many reasons I think Banks is Mafia. I think he picked a fight with James and he directed Alloy there as well. I think he was trying to poke at Alloy, but Alloy died. And now he has to deal with the fact that James is still alive.
I had the exact opposite read on Banks. I thought that I don't think that Banks was derping and trying to derp himself clear when he talked about the axe and how he didn't seem to know how the axe worked. That to me felt very genuine, and that felt to me he fully didn't understand how the axe worked, and I felt like that was kind of more of a towny thing for him in that spot.
I see.
I really think that I loved his formal. I thought his formal was the best of the three formals by a mile. And so I really thought I thought it was an interesting point he made on 6, where he said that 6, nobody suspected 6 all day long, even though that 6 generally kind of falls into a category of players who are easier to push for Mafia. I thought that was really interesting that nobody was pushing on 6, and then he called it out correctly.
Well, but
so
pushing on 6 is like trying to take candy from a kid, right? You've seen like these games where like we spend 1 minute interrogating 6, in which he says like 4 or 5 sentences total, and like the whole thing is wasted. So 6 is not a play you resolve on day 1. You need like the associative reads and vote logic to actually get there, I feel.
We may or may not have killed him as a prisoner when I was prisoners with him, and that we both got his count.
Growing pains.
Speaking of the prisoners, I think there's a Mafia in the prisoners. I think there's 100% a Mafia in the prisoners.
And I'm pretty sure it's Hurist. Just because he voted on Peg. That vote on Peg was just so bad. Like, and that's why I think there's crewmates together with Banks. Just because Banks was also throwing heat in Peg's way, but then he didn't vote him up. So that's why
I thought it was really funny. There's like a thing on Blink where somebody read Blink for like not paying attention, and you could see the reflection of like some kind of phone game going on in the background. I thought that was like, it was a weird like thing that people brought up, but I also thought that Blink was towny for it, because I think that Blink would have been paying more attention if he had branded Mafia in this game. So like it's a weird meta read. It's probably a little bit OGI, and it's probably a little cheap of a read, but at the same time, like, it made me feel like he's the townier half of the prisoners. But I also thought that because the Mafia didn't just turn around and suggest to lynch the prisoners, that they might not want us to look at the prisoners. I think the Mafia are trying to hide us away from the prisoners.
Okay, I mean, we're ready to roll the day. Genbo will not be able to speak and nobody dies. So we only have one person dead. I'll have to reflect that on your screens. But we'll be right back with the game. No music break. Stay tuned. We can all wake up.
All right, let's do it.
And do it.
And do it.
Yep. I see 12, and I was supposed to see 12.
Mm-hmm. Let me just make sure one thing. All right, so I am happy to announce that last night nobody died. However, today Genbo may not speak and must turn off her camera.
And you have 6 minutes. Good luck, have fun.
So, what if I told you guys I was right about my read?
What was your read?
Banks and Rob were the same alignment. Banks was the kill last night. I saved him.
Okay.
Whoa. Okay.
Thanks.
Why would people try to
You're
kill
welcome.
Banks?
Actually,
Yeah, so sorry.
I was going to scumread him hard today.
I was gonna say I was coming into this day thinking that the way that vote went down, I thought there was I thought you were Mafia, Rob, or sorry, James.
Yeah, I mean that's okay. If you need to lynch me, I'm just a useless confirmed town. I would much rather.
Well, I mean, no, I'd much rather have you now because
okay,
down. And
I mean, if there's no CC, I guess you don't lynch me. But
that means all 3 were town that were voted up.
Do you think there would be a CC? Like I don't. Like
no, I want Banks as confirmed town for you guys. Like he's a good. I don't.
Sure. So just kind of looking at the vote, like
it's not
Blink
confirmed
Blink
town.
Carson
It's
6.
confirmed not Mafia.
Blink Carson 6. I didn't like that you guys voted at Rob initially. Mike Uris voted at Banks. Then now if we know Banks is probably town.
Why didn't you like that I voted at Rob? Or we voted at Rob?
I switched it on the first one. So.
I'm glad I switched off James though. Goddamn.
Yeah, thank you.
Doesn't matter, Kevin. They were both.
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, they're both.
I know.
Who did nobody else see James? Obviously, like signaling.
I was trying to stop.
Should not have been lynched. Like,
well, I mean, the thing is,
what
like,
the fuck was people voting James vote?
I was stopping.
That was horrible.
Yeah, but okay. First of all, like, okay, I did see it, but like that's as trustable as somebody like scum in that position.
What am I supposed to do?
Yeah, but then if he claims like a
but here's
ET
the
next
other
day,
thing.
we just lynch him.
Yeah, okay, but like also you shouldn't even be doing.
Like, why didn't you do that in his formal, not just like his vote?
I didn't think I was getting lynched. I thought Rob was going to be the lynch there.
Let's go off of James.
Doesn't matter.
We
Didn't
know
happen.
he's
So.
No, yeah, I'm glad we didn't kill you. So Rob's a better sacrifice there.
So,
I don't like how Jen switched her vote from Rob to me.
Who was the last one that switched their vote? Was that Jen from 6 to 6?
There were 3 people who switched their vote at the end.
I switched from James to Rob.
I switched from James to Rob.
Hey, I got a question. I got a question for Bink.
I stayed on James the whole time.
Yeah.
Hey, when you got voted up, it was me and Carson that voted you. You had a surprised look on your face. That made me kind of feel that Carson was a scum buddy, like you were shocked that he voted you. That's the reason why I was really scum reading you on that.
Why'd you vote me before then?
I vote you before because I've seen you play that dumbtail like I used to do. With the axe can do both. That made me want to read you scum, to be honest.
Yeah,
Mike, you
that
said you were gonna
seemed
vote
like
me.
really weird.
No, you're a prisoner, Blank.
I legitimately had no idea that happened, and I wouldn't dumbtail. I could have done that as either alignment, to be fair.
Okay, guys, let's simplify some things.
And I don't think that makes it more likely to be
I want to
Mafia.
listen to what Logan has to say.
We need to lynch Peg and Six. They're both Mafia.
Sure. But I'm going to simplify things. No matter who we're killing today, we're not killing Banks because he was saved. We're not killing James because he claimed doctor. We're not killing either of the prisoners. Okay, we've made this pool so much easier. Well, you know what? Let's not even nominate. We're not even going to nominate Jenbo because
I want to hear what Six has to say too.
I'm going to vote for Jen. I think she's.
What's the hot take on prisoners?
Let Six speak.
Sure.
All right. So back in day one, Blink called Eurus scummy. At first I thought Blink was down for that. But then it occurred to me that prisoners don't really have that much confidence because
I'm not voting Jen anymore.
Yeah, if you're not the VT, then you know someone who is VT. So I don't think Blink would have. I don't think Out of Prisoner would have that much confidence that the other scummy would have that.
I didn't say he was scummy. I just said I didn't know why he called out Mike right away.
What do you think about the prisoner?
Yeah.
What do you guys think of each
What
other?
are y'all talking about?
The game.
Also Logan and Carson.
Is this a new game called Mafia?
Naz is so used to getting executed day one. She just doesn't know what to do.
Naz, you cannot use my dumbtails, okay?
No, now they've just they've been talking so much that I just lost interest. What the fuck are y'all talking about now?
We're just talking about the game that we're playing, Naz?
Okay.
No big deal.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. But we're just trying to
So,
we're gonna vote.
we should definitely have 2 people nominate Jenbo.
I will nominate
No,
Jenbo.
I don't think we should even nominate Jenbo. Why would we nominate Jenbo?
Why would we not nominate
Let's
him?
nominate Jenbo.
What information do you speak?
Okay, it's
But
everybody
if we nominate Jimbo, that means everybody has to nominate Jimbo.
I do agree with that. The only reason we nominate her is to see
Honestly,
if
I have a
it's
very good read on Jinbo, and I haven't gotten a town read from her yet. So I
Okay,
will.
let's all nominate her.
Just in case
Okay,
she wants to
everybody,
let everybody
Jenbo,
agree.
listen.
I agree.
Jenbo, when you're up there, tell us who to vote, okay? You have to organize people.
And if we think she's scummy, just nominate Six. and
Naz,
nine.
If you nominate anybody else other than Jimbo, you're scum.
Okay, sure. I guess it's the world we're living in. Peg, you love this, eh?
Blink, what's up, man? Let Blink talk real quick. He has his hands up.
Mafia
Naz, what do you-
6, Naz, maybe Jenbo.
I love
Naz,
it,
what-
Peg.
What do
Peg.
you think about Kevin, Naz? What are your thoughts on Kevin right now, Naz?
Oh, you're asking me? I thought you were asking Kevin.
My thoughts on
Naz is
myself.
so the
I don't know. I thought he was scummy day one. Kind of.
What pegged you as scummy?
What?
What pegged you as scummy from Kevin?
Everything about Kevin.
Okay, before the
That's
end of
her
the day, I
usual
just wanted to
thing.
say that
Naz always says that.
I nominated Peg because I thought that he was scummy for not talking yesterday, but then I realized that if he was to axe, he would have just axed his voice and not talked. It doesn't make any sense for him to axe his own.
Okay, we
vote
all
and
vote
then not
Jimbo, and
talk.
if she gives a bad formal.
So I think that
Nobody
Peg
would.
is
Nobody
probably
would
not-
axe a vote night 0. It could have been. It totally.
We can find Jimbo when she's
It happened though.
Thank you very much for this extremely entertaining day. Jimbo, please turn your camera back on. Pause. Okay, Jimbo is back. All 12 of you have their votes, and all 12 of you will vote. Please get your votes into Shakespeare on Discord. Meanwhile, I want to bring attention to 2 things. First of all, the Crowd Favorite Award voting is currently live. It's an award we award every week. You can vote once per stream. It takes 500 likes to vote. I am typing the command for the vote IDs in Twitch chat. So you click on that, you see who your favorite player is and what their number is, and then you exclamation point vote for them. Again, you can vote once per stream. Alternatively, you can donate money towards the prize pool. We already have the first donation, courtesy of Dude Mike, who won the preseason, but donated his proceedings to the main pot for the season. So thank you, Mike, for that. So follow the GoFundMe link, Every single dollar you put in there goes towards the players and the overall prize pool that they split in the end. But let's keep this game going. Let's not keep our players waiting. If you are voting at Jembo, please put your hands up. That is everybody. What an unexpected turn of events. Everybody, please turn off your cameras. Jen, you will have 1 minute. Take it away.
Hi. I think James is just tunneling on me, so I wouldn't put backing to him calling Mafia. He brought up that I switched my vote, but a lot of people voted. Just so I can say that, even though he's doctor, I think he's just playing dumb. I voted on Rob, and I just switched because it was the last vote. I didn't know what to do. I thought Rob wasn't really making sense yesterday, and that's why I voted on him. Today, I think Kevin is coming off town to me, and I've never played with Logan before, but he seems like he's trying to solve the game and is coming off towny. And I think Banks is probably not prostitute, so I think he's town. Also, I think Peg is scummy. That's my top scum. And I would also like to hear from Kevin more. And of the prisoners, I think Urist is being more scummy, if one of them is scummy. And that's mainly what I have. I have nothing on 6, but he hasn't talked at all,
10
so I might
seconds.
nominate him. So I'm going to nominate 6. And I would suggest also Peg.
Thank you very much, Jen. Please turn off your camera. You can still vote at anyone, not just Jen. If Jen gets 7 out of 12 votes or nobody gets nominated against Jen, Jen will die. As soon as you voted, please turn your camera back on. James, don't do that again. We are not here to have fun. We're here to have a game of serious Mafia. James just realized that, and he's like, I'm not in the right place. We're just waiting for 2 people. If you're ever wondering if I have, like, TMI, I don't. I'm a very bad caster. If you are still pointing at Jen, please put your hands up. 1, 2, 3. If you are voting at James, please put your hands up. How about Banks? What about Logan? How about Blink? What about Urist? How about Peg? How about Carson? What about 666? That is 2 on 6. 6 also gets nominated. Moving on, we have Kevin. 2 on Kevin. Kevin and 6 are nominated as well. Just give me a second. If you're voting at Naz, hands up. 1. And if you're voting at Mike, hands up. 1. So 666 and Kevin are also nominated. Everybody else turn off your cameras. Aylin, tell us what order they'll speak in.
The order is 666 followed by Kevin.
The betting game is now live. You can only vote between 666, Kevin, and Jimbo. I'm making it live.
Can I start now?
Yep, go for it.
All right. So I initially voted Jenbo, and I wanted to nominate the prisoner that was not Urist, but I mixed up Blink and Banks. And again, what I think of Logan and Carson, I think Logan, Carson, and Blink are all aligned together because I kept mixing up Blink and Banks. So looking back to my notes, and I don't really suspect Jenbo or Logan or Mike. Naz can't get a read on her because everyone seems to think she's always scummy. I switched
10 seconds.
I switched from like in the last vote I switched from Alloy to James because I wanted to avoid a tie, but like 2 or 3 people also switched. All right, I'm done.
Thank you, 6. Please turn off your camera. Kevin, you have 1 minute. Take it away.
I will definitely be voting 6 here. That wasn't the best of formals. I did get Jimbo town in her formal. I think she's actually very towny. I still do think Naz is town, even though she put me up. She just always does this every game. It's whatever. But I think this is more indicative of her town play than her Mafia play. We have James town, obviously, which is good. Banks is most likely town. I doubt it's possible he's a prostitute, but I doubt it. I'm not going to live in that world. I do think Blink is really scummy. I did not like at all how his entire contribution for both days has been at the very end of this day when he asked randomly, Naz, what do you think about Kevin? And then, like, that's just a random question to ask to Naz about me. Like, it just seemed irrelevant and, like, just kind of, it seemed like they were trying to find a way to, like, put me up. So I really didn't like it. I think Blink is super scummy within the prisoners. I do like Eurus a lot. So I think Eurus is
10
good.
seconds.
Logan, I think, is very towny. Carson, I don't really have too much of a read on, but I'm not reading him scum necessarily. Dude Mike seems pretty fine so far. I don't really have a read on Peg.
Please turn off your camera. The vote is still between Jen, Kevin, and 666. Please get your votes into Shakespeare. As soon as you voted, please turn your cameras back on. If you're in Twitch chat, again, your exclamation point, bet, then followed by 0 for 666, 1 for Kevin, 2 for Jenbo, followed by a number of lies you wish to bet. You are earning about 1,000 lies per hour, so don't be afraid to go like super ham on a bet you feel really good about. You're not supposed to sweat this, like you're getting these lies back anyway. It's supposed to be a game, it's exciting. Just like this game of Mafia. If you are voting at 666, please put your hands up. That is 8, I believe, or 7, it's still majority. If you're voting at Kevin, hands up. That is 3 on Kevin, and if you're voting at Jenbo, hands up. That is 2 on Jenbo with 7 out of 12 votes. 666 dies and reveals to be
Mafia. Everyone, please go back to sleep.
There are no buts here?
Nope.
Okay.
It was simply Mafia.
It was simply Mafia. Okay, I mean, we're jumping right back into Fighter. Into with Fighter. Anyway, we'll be right back. Stay tuned. Okay, Fighter, we're back. You were right, I was wrong, I suck, you're the best. That's why you're playing in the league and I'm not.
Oh, that's so nice of you. But however, you actually convinced me that Naz is Mafia.
Okay, I mean...
I went back and forth on that all day long. You could see me in the chat just going, oh my god, which one is it? And I had no idea. But I think the Mafia is screwed off of that vote. I think the Mafia, I don't know how, like, I still have Dude Mike as Mafia here, so I have no idea how he's going to survive this. And I think tomorrow the town is going to lynch into the prisoners. So I'm really curious to see, because I think there is a Mafia in the prison. I think that's a good idea. I think it would be the next place to go. I think you have to lynch the prisoners like either now or tomorrow. And I think that now that they have the Mafia on their side, that they have a Mafia lynch, they can afford to burn the potential risk of hitting 2 towns right here. Like they have that potential risk and they can counter it.
I'm not sure they're gonna do that though, because like there's one outstanding thing that like didn't happen, which is policeman claim, right? So if the police officer claims tomorrow, he like comes in with 3 checks, right? It's highly likely they have a red on somebody. If they have 3 greens, that's even more amazing, especially if they're on living people. Like if the policeman didn't burn their check on 666, and if they were amongst the people who nominated 666, then like that's why I'm doubtful that like the prisoners are gonna be burned at this point. Like the one option is if the police officer has been watching our podcasts and figured out that like our advice to check the prisoners is actually sound, and they checked like say Eurus as Mafia prisoner and they're just sitting on that. Like if that happens, then like the game is just blown out of the water.
I don't know, because I kind of think that one of it might be like a Kevin Kopp kind of game, based on his weird read on. You and I both really think it's Eurus is the Mafia there in the prisoners, but there is a case for saying it's Blink as the prisoner, just because Blink has really contributed pretty much on the lower side of nothing. So it's really interesting to see what's going to happen. I thought that was a really weird shout out to Naz, where he was like, oh, Naz, that was a good point that got brought up. Like, hey, Naz, what do you think of Kevin? Was just such a weird throw to the dogs. But like I said earlier, I wanted to bring this up again because I feel like being a smart aleck. Dude Mike wanted to hear 6-6 talk, and you're going to see tomorrow Dude Mike is going to claim town credit for that. But I think that was more throwing him a life preserver rather than that was actually talking. Like, he knew his partner was going to be put up, and he said, all right, I'm going to say this a little bit and things like that. Stream, who do you think is in the Mafia left? We have one Mafia dead, and what is there now? 2 Mafia left? There's 2 Mafia left? Or
Yeah,
3?
I'm seeing there's 2 or 3 Mafia left, actually. Let me just change
There's
that.
3 Mafia left.
Yeah.
I'm so trash at remembering that.
Well, 2 or 3. Right? There's always the outside chance that the Mafia got completely screwed with the Thief. And that the Thief actually had to thief out a complete Mafia out of the game. I see a Nas Blink in there. That would be a very... Or like Nas Blink Jurist. Blink and Jurist cannot both be Mafia. The prisoners, like, they're both prisoners and one of them can be, like, Mafia.
Yeah, only one of them can be the prisoners
Which is why Fighter is saying that, like, maybe this time, like, it's time to burn the prisoners, but I don't agree with that completely. We're just waiting on the night actions.
I really thought for a hot second that the alien got hit last night because, like, the nobody died kind of thing. Because alien hasn't been confirmed activated, right?
What do you mean?
Well, alien, they have not. The town has not lynched and activated the alien. So if the alien is activated,
unless James lied about saving Banks, the alien is not activated. And I'm seeing alien typing. Carson dies and reveals to not be Mafia, and there's nobody axed. So the Mafia killed Carson. Obviously, the doctor, like, not obviously, but like 90% of the time, the doctor is Rio, and they didn't save him because they had already saved. And there's no axing, which, like, can imply that 666 was the axe, but they could also have axed Carson to hide whether the axe is alive or not.
Ooh, that's a good strategy, but I think it was just 666 was the axe there,
and he just axed the vote to throw lows at the game. That's interesting.
I think it's an interesting. There's been an interesting debate and strategy debate going on all week in the Discord about if you're Mafia, what do you do with the axe? Do you let people talk or do you not let people talk? And I think day one, like, they successfully kind of neutralized Peg and made people get paranoid about Peg just by letting Peg still talk, but not letting Peg vote. Because the whole debate there was like, why should you axe a Mafia person and cut off their voice when you want to control the narrative as Mafia? I don't think there was that kind of weird in-game meta thinking about it, but at the same time, there's a great thing. Why would you hide the axe unless you plan on never using it again? Well, that's a
because you gotta hit the policeman with it. But I'm pretty sure it was 6. Anyway, let's give the players a chance to play. I'll be back with you in night 3. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Okay, lovelies. I think we can all wake up. With conditions and terms apply. Aylin, hit us up with that death, my friend.
I'm sorry to announce that Carson has died. Carson was not Mafia, and you may all speak and vote.
We got the axe.
I want everyone to nominate me at the end of the day.
No.
You want? Is that a claim?
Why?
Well, hey, you guys. 666, flipping Mafia.
Or I could just.
I gotta say that clears Jimbo.
Yeah, Peg, you're claiming right now, right?
Yeah. We're claiming right now. Okay.
Cool.
I have a red check on Kevin, a green check on Blink, and a green check on Alloy. I think
okay.
Kevin and Eurus are both Mafia.
Which was Unite 0? Just see if you.
Alloy. That's why I called Alloy.
Okay.
I called Alloy Super Town.
Mike, were you the only person who didn't vote on either Kevin or 6?
Prostitute.
Yeah.
It doesn't really make sense.
So, I voted on Jen.
Yeah, you're the
Listen.
Fact that she said.
Alright, so Peg is lying. I'm the cop.
Oh wow, how convenient! That the person who was red check happened to actually.
I'm the cop.
I don't think it makes sense what he did in his
No, I
form.
want to hear Kevin's claim.
Yeah.
I had Eurus Night 0. Then I had Banks. I checked not Mafia. Then I checked Dude Mike, not Mafia. So that's why I wasn't gonna claim anything today, but Peg is forcing me now to.
You said
sure. Why wouldn't you have claimed today? You had 3
and
checks.
who?
No, I wasn't gonna claim today. They're like, there's no point. I don't have a Mafia yet. And then there's still the prostitute's still out there. Where those not greens, those not Mafias don't necessarily mean everything.
You said yours, Banks, and who?
Blink.
You, Mike.
Oh, me. Okay.
How do you know the prostitute's still out there?
What I'm saying is, I don't believe that Blink was a
Kevin-
prostitute. I don't believe that Blink was a prostitute.
So we
Or not
lynched
Blink, sorry,
Kevin.
what's his name? Sixers.
6 was the axe.
If Kevin
If
flips
6
town, we know.
Oh,
Dude
true. Kevin can't be with 6. I don't.
Kevin and 6 both shit on Blink. And their promos be hard.
I voted on
They are
6.
rigorous.
I voted on 6. 6 and Peg both voted on me.
It's not even
They're
close.
Mafia
It's
together.
not even
Well, I
close.
don't even
Okay,
know what you're talking about
but the
there.
world
Kevin
where
didn't try to bury me either, and he
Yes.
voted on
But I
6.
think
Peg
the
tried to pocket you.
But the world where Peg
Look
is
who
lying,
voted at me.
the
What's the
world,
point of pocketing me though? I'm an easy lynch.
but the world where Peg is lying is the world is where Peg opened up the day, said, "I'm going to claim," because his first line he said, "Oh, "Nominate me at the end," which means he's claiming.
What? Who
we
did you
can't-
say was
Yes,
scum
but that's why
yesterday?
he wanted to wait till the end because he was afraid of the
Think
counter.
about it, though.
Forced him
Think
into
about
it.
this, Logan.
That is scummy as fuck that he did
Peg,
that.
can
It's
you give
actually
your
not a
claim?
I
bad
don't
blank
agree.
for Peg to do because if Blink, he sits there and says Blink, if both Blink and yours are town, that's 2 Mafia kills tonight.
It's Kevin and then Mike. Mike is the only person who didn't vote for Kevin or 6.
That is so dumb. That is so. Listen,
Yeah.
I'm
no
down,
cop
Logan, I'm
goes,
down.
"Hey, I have a red check, but I want to get formal at the very end." That is dumb. What if I don't even get put
Not
up?
dumb.
What if I don't even get put up?
The
How can you
idea is
not
that we
get
would
put
all
up
vote him. It was a
after
dumb
you
idea,
close
but
the
he was
red check,
trying
yeah.
to reaction check or something.
Yeah,
That
it was
is
a dumb
nonsense.
idea, but it came from a town.
Why are prisoners
No, that
alive?
is nonsense.
Because not yours is Mafia. Who's the other prisoner?
Blink,
Blink.
I promise you guys, 6, Peg, and Blink, they all voted at me. We know 6 is Mafia. They're just all
Blink,
together.
Scum.
All of
Say
Mafia
Blink,
voted
hey,
together.
actually, easy way to find that out. What do you say, Blake?
What do I say? Well, I say Peg's telling the truth because I'm VT.
Why did you check your third check?
Did Peg have a?
Both of you.
What was Peg's checks again, Peg?
Kevin, why did you check your second check, I guess, technically?
You? Why did I check you?
No, your second one, the one after me.
Oh, sorry. So, Dude Mike, I was still unsure of. He voted at Jinbo, who I even said I thought was like ultra town, and I was suspicious of both. Well, I thought Naz was already town, but Mike, I don't really have a great read on, and that he voted at Jinbo instead of 6, who I thought was obvious Mafia. Like how people didn't vote at 6 there is fucking beyond me.
Yeah, he had a shitty formal.
That's why
Mafia
I
would
checked.
bust him all day there.
Who's played with Peg before? Who's played with Peg alone?
Peg, why did you pick Kevin?
Because Kevin is going to be harder to find. Both of them shit on Blink, who I had a green check on. So I looked at
You don't
Kevin,
even know
and
Blink
I was
is
like,
necessarily
oh,
town.
it's just Kevin, 6, and Urist all together.
You don't
And
even
I
know
get
that.
two
You don't even know that Blink
Mafia.
is town. He could be a prostitute. Peg.
Who was?
Can someone tell me if Peg is like a badass enough dude to do this, to do a fake thing here?
Yes.
No, he's
Yes,
not.
he is.
Yes,
What are you talking about? He won Liars Club season 1.
Yeah, well, no offense to Peg, but
Like, what are you talking
the
about?
same play. The same play. He won when he was Mafia.
So if we already lynched one Mafia. If we're wrong
ahead,
on
Blake.
Kevin,
You say you're
No, you lynched Peg.
no, we lynched you, Kevin. It's statistically correct. If we're wrong, we lynch
I
Peg. and we
crumbed
won.
Rob Alloy.
That is
day
not
one.
statistically correct. What are you talking
Oh,
about?
We have one Mafia. You're the
Who
one.
was your day one check, Kevin? Again?
My day, or so I got 9-0 was Urist, then I checked Banks, then I checked Dude Mike.
yours. Who are you voting?
I'll probably vote for Kevin.
Probably vote for Kevin. Okay,
Kevin.
I trust. I would vote for Kevin just because I'm never gonna believe the fucking second cop.
Put both of them up.
Ridiculous.
Thank you very much. If your name is Jenbo, please stay. Oh, not my bad. Everybody can speak and vote. My overlay. I didn't fix my overlay. That's my bad. Sorry. Please get your votes into Shakespeare on Discord while I chew down my dinner.
Please make
Okay.
sure you're muted.
Yeah, I'm missing one vote, I believe. Yeah, I know who it is. Please get your vote in. Mike, can you press enter for me? Because I don't think you voted. Did you vote?
He sent it to me.
Me too.
Okay. If you are voting at Peg, please put your hands up. I'm just gonna use my amazing deduction. That is 2 on Peg.
4.
Oh, 4 on Peg. I'm blind. If you're voting at Kevin, hands up. That is 6. I mean, I'm so good at like reading who's gonna get nominated. Kevin and Peg are nominated.
Nice.
I'm making the betting game live now. Bet 0 for Kevin, bet 1 for Peg. Remember the exclamation point and that you have to bet lies. The betting game is live. Aiden, what order are they gonna speak in?
Kevin goes first, followed by Peg.
Take it away, Kevin.
Killing Peg is always the right kill here. If you kill me, that means that you're gonna have to waste a lynch tomorrow on Peg in a game that we don't have a bunch of lynches left. We have to kill Peg here. No cop ever with a red check goes, I just want to be nominated at the very end of the day. Like that is scummy. That makes it that he's afraid of getting counterclaimed, but then we forced him into it. He is always the Mafia here. I don't think that like he actually went and physically checked like one of the prisoners. I don't know if you do that as a cop. They just weren't good checks at all. Like it's just bullshit. Like he's covering for his partner Blink. We put scum on him because Blink is not being towny. Like there's a big difference between Blink as town and Blink as Mafia, and this is Blink as Mafia. You also have to look at the fact that he's so convicted that like it's just bullshit. Like because he has a not Mafia check on Blink, Blink can be the prostitute, right? But he's so convicted that anyone that's pushing on Blink just must be Mafia. Like Blink's not playing a towny game. Peg is always fake here. No real cop with a red check does that where he's trying to hide or like trying to like afraid of a counterclaim where he tries to do it at the very end of the day where no one can defend themselves. Like it's bullshit. He was trying to do it so that the real cop couldn't counterclaim and he just put someone up at the very end. Peg is always Mafia here. Kill him.
Thank you, Kevin. Please turn off your camera. Peg, you have 1 minute plus some time.
Guys, there's a 2-for-1 special on Mafia. You get Kevin, you get Eurus. Shit's free. In Kevin's formal, he said, quote, I don't know if you would do that as a cop. He said those words to you guys. Hello? 2-for-1 special. Eurus, Kevin, it's free. Let's go. And wait, just to remind people, Town Circle is now, well, I call it Town Circle, but these are who's kind of like so quote unquote, God damn it, what the fuck is up with my mic? Where's my other hand at? Confirmed. It's James, Banks, me, Blink. So I have to die tonight, or one of those 4. You guys, Town should win. It's a 2-for-1 Mafia special. Fucking Kevin and Eurus, let's go. I have nothing else to say.
Thank you, Peg. Yeah, the vote is only between Peg and Kevin. Please turn on your cameras as soon as you voted. If you want to bet on Kevin getting executed here, please type exclamation point bet, followed by a 0, followed by the number of lies you wish to bet on it. If you wish to bet on Peg dying here, please type exclamation point 1. Exclamation point bet 1, followed by a number of lies. And we're just waiting for one person. And as a reminder, you can use those sweet, sweet lies to vote for your favorite players. Using these vote IDs that like Nightbot just very helpfully gave us. James, you can do that again. I missed your number. What's your number? It is 54. There's no such number. Alrighty. If you are voting at Kevin, please put your hands up. That is about 7. And if you're voting for Peg, please put your hands up. That is 3. Kevin dies and reveals to be
Mafia, but keep your cameras on, please.
Everybody
Kevin, who would you like to kill?
I would like to kill Peg, please.
Peg dies. That's your 2-for-1 special right there. Peg was not Mafia. Everyone, please go back to sleep.
Man, I was like, I was just ready for you to say Peg was also Mafia.
That would have been a little too special.
Just repeating, Peg was
not Mafia.
We're just joking. Right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what the joke is.
It's a joke, no?
Is a joke, yes? Okay, I'll be back with Fighter because he's an interesting person. We'll be right back. Fighter is just clapping. Let me make sure you see him, and now let me make sure you see me. Did you call out Kevin at some point? I forget.
Oh my god. That was hilarious from Alien. That was so fucking funny. It's unbelievable.
Oh, so you're just making fun of my friend. It's okay.
I died laughing. That was such a funny. Well, because we were talking in the chat, because everyone kept going like the 2-for-1 special, like that was such a towny line that came out of him, and then Alien just took it and was like, "Yeah, here's the 2-for-1 special. Here's the axe, not the axe.
Here's the bomb." I mean, props to Kevin for counterclaiming. Like, if Kevin doesn't counterclaim, probably Juris gets killed there first, and maybe like Mafia have to like give more TMI on like what's going on there. So like we called Juris Mafia from day one. Peg checked Juris. Peg like Juris is Mafia. Like I'll take validation.
I called Dude Mike Mafia from day one too. I think this game's obvious. I think he actually went and he green checked both of his partners.
But
which
like,
is
did he green check Blink?
Strategy.
He green checked Blink, right? But
No,
Blink is confirmed
green checked
down.
Jurist and he green checked Dude Mike.
Okay, maybe I'm forgetting what his checks were. Anyway, they were fake.
What were Peg's checks?
Peg
What
said
were Peg's checks? I forget.
Peg said Alloy, then Kevin, then Jurist, and both Kevin and Jurist are red.
Oh, so maybe it's Blank. But I think Steve was shouting it in viewer chat. Like I think Dude Mike is super outed right now, and I'm really curious to see if people turn around, because one of the things that fake cops do sometimes is they go and they green check a partner just out of a weird reflex because they don't want to spew somebody. So I think we're going to see that today. I think somebody like a Logan type might flip on Dude Mike a bit. If people don't flip on Naz, I think people might flip on Naz here.
I'm gonna backtrack with you. So first of all, let me just tell you who's gonna die here. James dies. James is a confirmed down. James is not Mafia, which is perfectly expected. Good game, James, so far. Do you remember the Logan, like, do you believe Peg? Is this something Peg would do? Do you remember that part of the day?
I do a little bit, yeah.
Okay, so let me tell you why that part was so weird. Logan was in playoff season 1. Logan actually was there when Peg was playing these exact same games as fake claiming cop to kill the other, right? Why did Logan do this? Like, Logan knows better.
That's an interesting point.
And like I am very confused about why Logan would put it in such terms. It almost seems like Logan and Kevin were partners. I also think that 666 was the prostitute. And that's like all I have to say about this particular situation. Any parting words before we move back to the game?
I'm really betting that Dude Mike dies. I'll be putting all of my live points into that. And we'll see what happens.
Okay, thank you so much, Fighter. We are switching back into the game. Stay tuned. I like casting with you, Fighter.
Thanks, Shakes.
We're switching back into the game Twitch chat. Alrighty, we can all wake up. Well, again, terms and conditions apply. We're missing one. Naz, BB, come back.
All right, I am sorry to announce that James has died. James was not Mafia, and you can all speak and vote. And how much time do they have, Shakespeare?
4, even though we're running late. It's 4.
All right.
Naz, what the hell is up with your votes?
Dude, I thought Peg was Alien.
Maybe he was.
Everybody,
Like
for
like 10 seconds there, I was like, "Fuck."
Yeah. We can deal with Naz later. We vote
Like,
Mike
Kevin
today.
was
Hey,
not
whoa, back up here, Logan.
Oh no, I'm actually fine with
No, my vote is awful. I'll admit that. I'm just upset that I have been off game.
Hey,
but we
Mike.
need to be aware of one thing.
No.
We've got prostitute and we got the what is that? The not bomb and not X.
Oh, the killing Mafia.
That one. That's all we got left.
Yeah.
Green checks does not mean town.
Sure.
And Logan, you would agree with that.
Okay, listen.
Yeah, I would, but Mike, I'm not like the. Okay, the problem is we have a prostitute, but there's a world of space. Like we already.
How do y'all know they're left?
And wait a second.
So
Peg
know the
was
axe
big
was
on
still-
Urist.
Yeah,
Okay.
Pig is a fucking idiot.
Sure. I mean, I'm fine killing Urist after you, Mike. I think you guys are probably the last two Mafia.
I'm going to tell you.
Why
And,
is-
and Logan, you know me. I will bust my Mafia partner before being discovered. My
Sure.
vote should show that I'm down with
But
my
Mike,
play.
you're not a bad player. You're like
Today I am.
Okay. Well,
No.
fine.
Well then,
But you also
Can I
could still be a
explain more?
prostitute.
should we check prisoner?
Why would we?
Can I explain more?
Yeah, sure,
I
Blink. Go
think-
ahead.
Blink.
I
All
think
right.
that. Go ahead.
So I asked Naz because I know we've talked, and her reads on Kevin are usually on point. She's admitted that. She's boasted about that. And so I asked her, I'm like, I can't read Kevin. I read Kevin when he's Mafia as Town and Town as Mafia, whatever. So I asked her, and she said, oh, he's scum. Kevin's scum. Okay. So I see her
And
votes
what
come
did he
through.
flip? And what did he flip? He was scum.
Yes, but your votes didn't.
She
allow
voted
it.
on him though.
No,
Yeah,
she didn't.
no,
She
no,
voted
no.
with
Yeah.
me on Peg.
Jimbo
Yes.
and Mike.
So-
Jimbo and Mike were the only other.
But
people.
yeah, she voted on
Peg.
Peg yesterday.
If
She
she-
nominated Kevin.
She would always, if she was Town there, vote for Kevin. Always.
So the thing is, Blank,
Oh.
I did.
he
She did
Naz
vote for
yesterday,
Kevin.
No.
like not yesterday, but the day before
Yes,
that,
she did.
Naz nominated Kevin, and then switched to 6. Is that right?
Yeah, we
Wait,
all
I
voted
believe
for
so,
Slick.
and then the next day she voted
Well-
for Peg.
Okay, so why would Naz nominate Kevin and then vote
That's
for
a good
6?
point.
Yeah, nominating him and actually voting him are two different
Are you
things.
talking
Yeah,
about
but 6 was the
yesterday?
axe. Why would Naz vote for the
Maybe
axe
she's
instead of
prostitute?
the bomb
Eh,
when she
Banks,
nominated the bomb?
Yo, Banks.
I mean, maybe
right
she-
now.
Blink, she
But-
did vote on
Banks.
him
If
yesterday.
Naz is the
Yeah.
prostitute, then your
Yeah,
argument
I mean,
falls
I
Thanks,
voted
apart.
thanks,
all the
thanks,
Mafia.
thanks.
What do you
He's the
think?
only
Banks
person here who I like actually feel is like playing like a town game right now. Can you help me figure out who to vote for?
I think that if Dude Mike is Mafia, he's exactly the prostitute. And I think that the regular Mafia is like far more likely. So we know that 6 was the axe, and I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure I've played a game with him before where he was the axe. I don't remember how he did it, but I think it's likely he could be with Jimbo or Naz. I'd like to hear formals from Jimbo and Naz. I don't really want to mess with the prisoners today. I think there were points of contention for both Mafia and
Why
Town.
not? Prisoners
So
been
wait,
killed
guys,
yet.
can we just have a claim from the hunter? I'm assuming that is one.
I also think that I actually don't think that Logan is like super towny. No offense, Logan, but the game I played with you where you were
Guys,
town.
Before we
I
have
actually
the
think that-
formals, we should have the hunter claim so that Mafia can't fake claim hunter.
I
don't think Mafia.
I don't. Is
would
that
do
good
Hunter,
even?
Because Mafia would want to know
If-
who Hunter is. I think Hunter needs to be quiet.
Yeah, but
Oh, Jesus.
And now you all need to be quiet. Please get your votes into Shakespeare on Discord. Alien, I don't know if you heard it, but Fighter really liked your joke.
Oh, I saw. I appreciate it.
Yeah, he really liked your joke.
I'd like to thank my fans
I
for
think-
supporting me.
Yeah, I think you and Fighter, when you're streaming and I'm modding, are gonna have a grand
Are we gonna
time
hit it off?
together.
Is it gonna be great?
Yeah, I think you already like each other.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we have 2 more votes. That Uvda, please keep your camera off.
We have a rogue voter.
We have a rogue nation. Let me just help you with that. Remind me to turn your video back on later. But yeah, if you let me just see, do I have all the votes? I do. Okay, if you're voting for Blink, hands up. That is 1 for Blink. How about Mike? How about that's 2 on Mike? Mike gets nominated. How about Banks? How about Jenbo? That is 2 on Jen. How about Logan? How about Jurist? And what about Naz? That is 1 on Naz. So the vote will be between Jen and Mike. Everybody else turn off your cameras. Alan, what order are they gonna speak in?
I have Jen first, followed by Mike.
Just give me a second. I'm making the execution poll live. Who will be executed here? Exclamation point 0, exclamation point bet 0 for Jen, followed by some lies, or exclamation point bet 1 for Mike, followed by some lies. Anyway, Jen, take it away. 1 minute.
I voted on Peg yesterday just because I thought Kevin, like the way he played his formal the day before, came off really town to me. And instead of pushing on me, he pushed on 6, which I didn't think he would do. 6 was the axe. Kevin was a bomb. I don't know. He could have pushed on me a little bit, but so I just thought he was town. I am town though. I think Mike is a safe kill, but I think we should look at Banks. I know he came back non-Mafia and he was saved, but I think he could be a prostitute. But for the last Mafia, I don't know, probably Mike. But if it's not Mike, I would say, I don't know why, or Eurist, I guess, or Blink. I nominated Blink because he seems scummier than Eurist. So that's all.
Thank you, Jen. Please turn off your camera. Mike, you have 1 minute. Take it away.
Okay. I'm going to vote Jen for the simple fact is I know I'm not Mafia. We do have prostitutes, so more than likely I'm going to get voted here. So I'm just going to say, don't forget, we still have a live prostitute and a regular Mafia. I'm off this game, so I don't know at this point. Do what you need to do.
Thank you, Mike. After those defenses, please get your votes into Shakespeare on Discord. As soon as you've done that, please turn your cameras back on. If you're in Twitch chat, !bet0 followed by some number of lies for Jen, !bet1 for Mike, followed by some number of lies. I know what would happen if Twitch chat was voting. I'm just gonna give them 10 more seconds to get their bets in. And let's see if that coincides with what the players themselves wanted. Okay, I'm stopping the poll. If you're voting at Mike, please put your hands up. And if you're voting at Jen, please put your hands up. Mike Dyson reveals to be...
Not Mafia. The alien has been activated.
Always. Everybody turn your cameras off. I'm about to go sample Fighter's opinion on aliens. Because if there's a player...
I'm sure he has a lot to say.
Yeah. By the way, Twitch chat guessed it absolutely correctly. They were voting 8-1 for Mike. So good job, Twitch chat. You're the best at this game. But you killed not Mafia. Anyway, we'll be back with Fighter in a second. Stay tuned. My friend. What do you think about this vote, Fighter? What do you think about? What do you think about? Okay, no, but let's backtrack on how awful this vote was. Let's backtrack on how awful Jen's defense was. Jen sheeped Kevin's green checks. Jen was like, I know Kevin checked Banks, and I know Banks was safe, but I think Banks is Mafia. It's like, what? Like, why are you sheeping the Mafia's green checks? Or like, why are you treating the Mafia's green checks as real?
You and Lanikia both had Jen as like super scummy, but I thought Jen was like put up a way townier formal than Dude Mike. But I also think it's hilarious, and we have to talk about this. It's an alien comes up, and I'm like Mr. Anti-Alien. I think that's hilarious that that's happened while I've been casting.
Yep.
It's interesting though, because I think it ties right back into like Dude Mike won the Mafia championship, and I thought at the very beginning there's going to be a lot of suspicion on Dude Mike, and I think you have to look at the players who are left and go, who thought that much suspicion of Dude Mike winning might carry over? And I think my alien pick, who's left alive right now?
I will tell you in a second, because Banks just died at night, and Banks was not Mafia. That was also expected. Would Jen kill Banks? No, but would Jen be the prostitute? Absolutely. Like that's where I'm at right now, and like you have to work really hard to change my mind.
I have Logan as the alien.
I think. Maybe everything's.
I think he's a smart ass enough to like think that way and think that Dude Mike would be an easy target today, just because Dude Mike now has the name recognition.
I feel just Mafia has not Mafia. Town has auto here if the hunter outs. I don't think Town is gonna lose, but they have to play it real. Like in chess, there's this thing called sharp positions, right? Where you where you have a path to victory, and it's like you can get there. Like Town has enough information to get there, but they have to play it really well. They have to kill the Mafia here, and then when there's a hunter left, they have to be very careful about like what they do. I think.
Oh, the hunter's gonna shoot the alien.
Hopefully.
Or you know what? I actually think there's no hunter. I think the thief threw out the hunter.
Okay, I mean, we'll see. Just to not keep people waiting for the game and then game 2, I just want to throw it back to the game, but not before I hear. Is Logan Mafia or is Logan Alien, in your view? One word. Yes or no? Mafia or Alien?
Alien.
Okay, so we'll be right back with the game. Hold fire to that claim, because we'll be right back. Yep. Okay, Alien and Alien. We can all wake up.
All aliens
awake. All aliens unite. We're looking for 6, and we have 6. Alien, what happened last night?
I am sorry to announce that Banks has died, and Banks was not Mafia.
And you have 3 minutes. Good luck, have fun.
Who else put up Mike?
I think
Eurus and one other person.
And Naz. It was
me.
Naz,
Eurus. So Eurus is Alien.
I think Jen. I'm not the alien.
Then
for what it's worth, I think
if he's the alien, why hasn't Mafia killed them?
Oh,
because they don't know who the prostitute is.
Yeah, they must think either Eurus or I a prostitute. That's the only reason we're still alive.
They can't be Alien and Mafia, right? One of them has to be Town. So.
Yep.
Always BT.
This is an extremely tread carefully situation.
It's either Naz or Jen all day.
Naz or Jen is a what?
The last Mafia.
Is there 1 or 2?
Could be.
There's 2 left.
There's most likely 2, although with the way the.
I mean, I thought Mike was Town definitely, so I thought I was gonna die there.
There was no hunter.
But I'm also.
Or the hunter's still alive, or there's no hunter. Yeah. Sorry, is hunter still? Naz, are you the hunter? Because I'm not the hunter. I'm just gonna say that.
Did anybody claim thief?
No, no one claims
It's
thief.
probably Mafia and something.
Right. Well, it would be hunter because there was no hunter that showed up, and nobody's claiming hunter. I'm not hunter. Naz didn't claim hunter, so
I'm also not hunter.
No, there's no hunter in the setup.
You don't want to claim Hunter Blink?
I'm not Hunter. How?
You can't be.
Come on, I know better than this
now.
No, I'm not. I'm just asking Blink.
I know better than this now. I can't fall into these traps anymore.
Darn.
I appreciate the effort, though.
Logan, what are you?
I'm Town.
I feel like no one's really giving an alien vibe, but
I feel like
I'm struggling right now.
When Kevin did his formal, he kind of Town read Jen. I don't think that Kevin thought he was going to be lynched there, so he kind of threw good vibrations.
6. Yeah, I mean, I got Town read by both those Mafia.
So Logan voted.
You think
for, Logan voted for Jen?
I voted for Mike last night. I nominated Jen because I trusted Banks because he told me who he wanted to nominate. He said he wanted to nominate Jen, so I put Jen up. But I felt like it was Mike because of the.
I thought Mike was. I mean, I thought that
logic worked.
If Logan's usually dead by now if he's Town.
Well, just think about the people who have been killed. They're all
So
people.
am I.
Eurus, which would have?
Why are you still alive?
Eurus, so do you think
I
Logan's
think
Mafia?
people felt bad for me. And people just played for once.
What?
I have no idea who the Mafia is.
Don't you have to kind of think the?
I think Blink is the prostitute, honestly.
You think Blink is the prostitute?
Yeah.
I don't think Naz is the alien. Okay, here's this. I don't think Naz is the alien. Fuck, that was so short.
It was, but it's okay. You have 5 votes and 5 people. Use those 5 votes to kill one of those 5 people. The process starts now. Please get your votes into Shakespeare on Discord. And once you've done that, I will count the votes. Live. on stream. I'm missing 3 votes. Alien, Voss was, not Voss, I mean, Fighter was having a grand time with the whole alien thing.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for 1 vote. Please make sure I get it. I can tell you who it is. Thank you. If you are voting at Logan, please put your hands up. How about Blink? 1. How about Jurist? 1. How about Jen? 1. How about Naz? 2. Naz gets nominated. Nobody else gets nominated against her for now. Everybody turn off your cameras. Naz, you will have 1 minute as soon as you see all the cameras go out. Good luck.
Okay, so I'm Town. I voted up all the Mafia. I'm pretty sure Eurus is the alien because he put up Mike with me yesterday. And I just put up Mike yesterday because I thought it was safe. I don't know why that doesn't make sense now, but like, I don't know. That was yesterday. Now we're at today. I put up Jenbo because I think she's the last Mafia, or, you know, whatever. If there's 2. Nobody claimed Thief, so I don't know what it's between, but obviously there's no Hunter because they would have claimed by now. But it would have been nice to have them. Oh, fuck. Who do we put up? Don't put up Prisoners. Put up between Logan and Jen. Thanks.
Thank you, Naz. Please turn off your camera. You can still vote at anyone, not just Naz. Please get your votes in. If Naz gets 3 out of 5 votes or nobody gets nominated against Naz, Naz will die. I'm waiting for your votes and your cameras and your love and your sweet, sweet faces on stream. Not you, Logan.
Wow, let's not single people out. Let's pair people up.
Also, Logan has a poster of Cacti behind him. I think Cactus is gonna appreciate it very much. Okay, if you're still voting at Nas, please put your hands up. That is 1. If you're voting at Logan, hands up. How about Blink? What about Jenbo? That is 3 on Jenbo. And if you're voting at Jurist, hands up. Jen gets nominated. Everybody else turn off your cameras. I'm adding Jen to the poll, and then I'm gonna make the betting live. Bet 0 for Naz, bet 1 for Jenbo. Good luck. Blink. Yes, thank you. Jen, take it away.
I voted for yours because he just seems kind of oblivious. He might be the alien. I don't think Naz is alien. I don't know who the Mafia is though. I think it could be Naz and Blink. But I mean, Blink has to be BT then. I think Eurus is either alien or scum though. And then Naz is the second. Okay, that's what I think. Okay, so I think Eurus is scummy, but he kind of seemed like he was throwing. So I still nominated him though. I'm gonna vote Naz, but I'm Town here. And sorry, yeah. Sorry for being confused earlier, but that's all.
Thank you, Jen. Please turn off your camera. You can vote only between Naz and Jumbo. If you wish to abstain, please announce that now. 3, 2, 1. Okay, I am expecting 5 votes in my mailbox, either on Naz or on Jumbo. This is your final chance to bet either 0 or 1. 0 for Naz, 1 for Jumbo, followed by some number of lies in Twitch chat about who you think will be executed here. I am waiting for 5 cameras to come back on. It takes 3 votes to kill, and one of these 2 lovely ladies will die. Man, that's a sentence you don't hear every day.
Yeah, it's a sentence most people don't choose to say.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Okay, I am stopping the betting poll. If you are voting at Naz, please put your hands up. 1, 2. If you're voting at Jumbo, please put your hands up. 1, 2, 3. Jumbo dies and reveals to be...
Not Mafia. Everyone, please go back to sleep.
Shit! Okay,
It's a roller coaster of a game and it's not over yet, so...
Yep, I mean, we're about to see some crazy shit. But let's see how Fighter feels about this no alien yet victory. Stay tuned. Oh, well, I didn't switch to anything. Let me switch properly now. Stay tuned. And let's go to Meat Fighter real quick. Fighter, my fighter. I mean, did you think that Jen is innocent? Did you think that Jen was innocent?
I thought that Jen was the alien based off of that formal. I thought her formal was really weird. I thought she was very defeated and already like almost giving up and laying down in that formal. I thought.
So
maybe she thought that Naz was the alien and realized that she had to eat like that lynch or else the town would lose.
I don't think she did that. It's hard to say. To me, it boiled down to like lack of momentum from the town in a way. Like, let me try to phrase this better. Town didn't make the best use of these 3 minutes. They didn't say like Blink wasn't on Jurist whatsoever. Jurist was on Blink very mildly. I think this confirms that Jurist has to be Mafia. Between the other two who are left, which at this point would be Naz and Logan, one of them is the Mafia, the other one is the alien. Town lost. Or like Town cannot win anymore, and it's entirely their doing.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Town has lost officially. And
yes, Town is out of the game.
It's down to...
Unless there's a hunter and they're just sitting on their hands being like, I'm the hunter, but I'm not gonna out because I want to win this game, right? If the hunter somehow wasn't thieved away and the Mafia was thieved away, that's the only way Town can win. But unfortunately, Juris dies and it used to be not Mafia, which is hilarious. So Blink is Mafia.
Oh shit, so the alien is still around?
Yes, if Blink is not Mafia, Blink is the alien. But you know what? Let's just throw it back into the game. I'll fiddle with the stuff later. But it's been an exciting game. I really enjoyed watching it. Thank you, Friday, for casting with us. We'll see you in the post game.
Take care.
Yep. Okay, lovelies. Let's wake up.
All right, let's do it.
It's day 6.
Of a very long game.
Of an incredibly long game. There, it should be 4 of you.
All right.
Alien, hit us up.
Jurist dies. Jurist was not Mafia.
You have 3 minutes. Take it
I'm
away.
the prostitute.
Okay, excellent. That's good because I'm the Mafia. I need the prostitute to claim. Who's the prostitute?
Me. I'm the prostitute.
Yeah, it's you. Okay, cool. We're gonna kill me tonight, and then you're gonna kill the alien. Okay. At night. So you're gonna kill. We're gonna vote for me because we don't want to vote for the active alien. We're gonna vote for you.
All right.
I die. You kill the alien.
Push the vote, Logan.
Fuck yeah. Okay, Blink, are you the prostitute? Maybe.
Yeah.
Same strategy. You vote for me. Cool. We're good. Either way, we vote for me. Prostitute kills the other one. I don't really care which one of you is the prostitute, but I think it's Naz. Naz, love you. Great game. Okay, cool. Blink, once again, if you're the prostitute, same strategy. You still vote for me. I push the vote.
Easy enough.
If you wish to push the vote, please put your hands to the camera. Blink, are you pushing to vote?
No.
Okay. I mean, it's still majority that wishes to push the vote. The vote is pushed. Please get your votes into Shakespeare on Discord.
I thought we were just gonna like tell some stories or something.
No. There are people
Logan
waiting
has
for
raped
game
me.
2. There are people waiting for game 2.
Okay. Let's do the.
I'm expecting 3 votes.
Sorry. I'll type the.
I'm expecting 3 votes in my inbox. Please get those in really quickly. So
Nominate Logan.
Logan, you're so good.
Logan.
Okay, if you're voting for Logan, please put your hands up.
Please tell a really good story.
Thank you. Logan, nobody turn off your camera. Logan, 10 seconds.
Oh, shit. I have to talk.
Yeah, time's up.
You're supposed to read a story.
Please get your votes into Shakespeare on Discord. Thank you. If you're voting at Logan, please put your hands up. 1, 2, 3. Logan dies and it used to be
Mafia. Everyone go. You can keep your cameras on.
Yeah, Nas, who do you kill?
Kill Blink.
Blink
Blink dies. Blink was not Mafia.
Mafia wins.
Mafia wins. Blink could have been Hunter, but he was not.
He was not. Because he couldn't have been Hunter.
He was prisoner.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he couldn't
One
have
step ahead of you, alien. Learn your own setup.
Amazing.
I picked the wrong Mafia. I thought Jen was the prostitute.
I
thought Naz was the alien. I don't know why Blink didn't
I
nominate Dude
dragged
Mike.
Jingo and Dude Mike down with me.
Wait, was Blink the
Drag him down
alien?
with me.
Blink was alien.
Blink was
Activated alien.
The second I heard I was activated for me, I knew Blink was alien at that
Logan
point.
found the strategy to like execute himself.
I'm so mad. I knew Logan.
Okay, so here are the rules about the post game. Listen carefully. Alien will give us the rand. Alien will speak for 30 seconds. Fighter will speak for 30 seconds. Then Logan will speak for 30 seconds, and then we move on to game 2. Because I think Logan has deep perspective of how this game went on for Town. And
I don't have anything to say.
Okay,
I think
so
it speaks for itself.
Alien, give us the rand.
I did bad.
All right, the thief was James, who had to make the unfortunate choice between Doctor and Hunter. He chose Doctor.
And he never came out with it.
Well, he didn't come up with the fact that there was no Hunter.
Yeah.
All right. Dude Mike was a townsperson, Jenbo was a townsperson, Banks was a townsperson, Carson, Alloy, Urist, they were all townspeople. The prisoners were Urist and Blink. Blink was the alien whose proxy was Dude Mike. Logan was the regular Mafia, Kevin was the bomb, 666 was the axe, and Naz was the prostitute.
Good job, Naz.
Yep.
Yeah, my main impression from this game is that like Town got themselves into a really confused state. They were doing reasonably fine, like they'd gotten Kevin just for the counterclaim thing, and they'd gotten 666, but beyond that, it was just very much downhill. Like they couldn't execute a single Mafia after that, right?
My voting pattern was awful.
Okay, let's hear from Fighter.
That was a good proxy, Blink.
Let's hear.
I think this game was won. I think this game was won and lost in the formals. I think what happened then was after 2 Mafia kind of died, I think the rest of the formals kind of the energy slowed down and the Mafia just kind of grinded it out. It was a really long game, and so I think the Mafia, just kudos to them for having the stamina to finish the job and get the job done, and I think that's just what happened here. But great game all around. Everybody played particularly well. There's no faults to be had here. All of you guys did incredible.
Yep. So
I do have one thing to say actually, and it's
awful.
I apologize, Kevin, for throwing you under the bus so dramatically.
No, that was good.
I just didn't think there was anything else.
I'm the bomb, so I kill Peg and then I drag Mike in.
Also, I was right about Peg in the night when I was killed Peg, and you were like, "What the fuck?"
I know. You wanted to kill Peg, and I was like, "Nah."
Okay,
so he didn't actually say what the
fuck. The same claim of cop again.
All of that said, yes, Peg made the same claim. We can discuss this game at length after game 2. I promise we'll have time to discuss games, but since we're running a bit behind schedule, if you're playing game 2, please keep your cameras on. If you're not playing game 2, keep your cameras off. We should
do you want me to cast Shakespeare?
I do want you to cast, my friend.
Am I in this one?
You are in this one, Mike.
Okay.
Let me just tell you who is in this game, and we will get there. There have been a few switches. I am looking for Zwang, Sir Fab, Jenbo, Alloy, Banks, Dude Mike, James, Myth, Screenplay, Urist, and Logan. It will be an 11-person game, and we'll make sure to explain how it's different from a 13-person game. I think we're just missing Screenplay, so let me just make sure he's not waiting to join the Zoom.
That is coming.
Yes, so who of you is not playing? Let me just figure that out. Yes, James, you were substituted out for Uvda in game 1. So
am I playing game 2? Or...
You switched game 1 and game 2. Unless Screenplay doesn't...
so I'm not playing game 2.
Yes, unless Screenplay doesn't... You can come cast, by the way. Unless Screenplay is not coming, which he should be.
No, he is. I'm
and Fighter is playing or not playing?
Fighter is not playing. Fighter can cast with Kevin and James if he wants to.
All right.
It's entirely up to you what you want to do. Okay, Screenplay is in the Zoom. Fighter, are you casting? Okay, thank you, Fighter, so much. I really enjoyed casting with you. We should do this again. James and Kevin, I'll see you in the caster booth. Or like the casting couch. Whatever you want to call it.
Wonka S.
That's a different connotation.